We've got a line of storms moving their way in around 7 o'clock and thereafter, right around the time Donald Trump is set to speak tonight at the La Crosse Center. For all the details, let's go over to Greg.
Yeah, definitely we have that line of storms right now, and if you look at overall threat, it's really to the north is where they actually have a stronger threat towards Eau Claire. That's where there's more confidence we could see the damaging winds. The line and the confidence in these thunderstorms producing the damaging wind does decrease, as you see, from yellow to actually green as we go further east. And right now, still the main threat is the damaging winds, although we're going to have to be a little bit concerned going further south, and I'll show you where that could be for some flooding issue. The other threats are there, but they are less. It's really the wind, and it already has caused some damaging winds over Minneapolis right now with some tree damage. Right now, the two warnings are up to the north. This is just crossing into the state of Wisconsin, so Polk County over there has had a severe thunderstorm warning out for it. Otherwise, we have a few little storms that have popped up across the main line. We'll have to keep an eye on those as they push up. But so far, we're just right on the doorstep of this line pushing through, and there's several lines. It's not one connected one right now. But as you look at the bigger picture here with the severe thunderstorm watch, this is only out till 9 p.m. as there's less confidence as it will remain severe as they go further east. And the threat doesn't last too long either. That's the good news. But it is going to be a pretty good punch as it comes through. As we zoom down, there's a few cells that I mentioned right there northeast of Mason City ahead of the main line. We'll have to keep an eye on. All this is pushing the whole line to the northeast. Individual storms are pushing to the east. So if we kind of time that out right now, if it holds together, we're believing it'll be about 7:30 to 8 when we're going to see it come through Ladysmith to Eau Claire down to Winona. There's your line right through there about 8:30. And if you notice the little bulge there in front, that indicates that you're going to have some strong gusty winds ahead of it. Now, as you go further south, if you see it kind of get further west and slow down a little bit. So timing for La Crosse is more likely potentially around the 9:30 time frame, 9 to 9:30 up to Black River Falls. And then as you go further south, it's a little bit slower too, and that'll come later. Meanwhile, Eau Claire by 9:30, everything is pushed off to the east. We'll still probably see some showers and thunderstorms, but the severe threat really quickly diminishes behind this line, so it's not that long. And then as we go further south, as I mentioned, the flooding threat, this is where this line slows down a little bit. You'll notice here there's another line, and more storms begin to kind of train over a little bit of the same area just south of La Crosse between 11 and 11:30. This is where flooding could maybe be an issue if we get some heavy downpours, and this continues on for southwest Wisconsin, Crawford, and eventually Richland County, but not till about midnight do they see the activity come through. So this portion kind of slows down. Meanwhile, up to the north, by the time we get past midnight, everything's to the east, but we will still see some showers and thunderstorms once this line pushes east throughout the night. It won't be severe. We actually have some indications of another little line coming through maybe around 3 to 4 in the morning. That'll be just some light showers, maybe a thunderstorm. Won't be severe. Cloud cover will be the story as you wake up really for most areas for your morning commute. And then thereafterwards, we're going to have clearing skies pretty quickly. Given the rainfall, if this slows down, that's the area of concern just southeast of La Crosse, maybe potentially down towards the quarry. You could see an area potentially up to 2 to 3 if they slow down and train. Otherwise, everyone else is going to see some rain. Just depends on where you are, but a good 1 inch, maybe 1.5 inches, and a lot of areas have been dry for the last couple of weeks, so we could use some of the rainfall. But tomorrow, this is the conditions. Once we get the sun coming out, less humid, upper 70s to low 80s, not far to where we should be, so that's the good news. Even better news, you go into the far weekend, we're looking at really pleasant conditions past Sunday into Labor Day. And all of next week, it is quiet is probably the big weather headline, other than temperatures really close to seasonal levels, but quiet weather. So we just got to get through tonight, and then the rest of the forecast is excellent.